Oh my gosh, Rick,
Woo,
how are
all
you?
right. Hey,
Here
what's
we are.
up?
Man, I'm doing good. How are you?
Dude, I woke up at Studio West. What's
I know,
going on?
Exactly right. We're here partying, huh?
Yeah.
Look how beautiful
we
this
are
is.
partying.
Yeah, we've
and
got an audience
We
over
do.
here. Francis,
What's up out there?
how we doing? Woo!
Check that out.
I know, right? They were bored. She
Yeah.
was really bored today and was like, Cory, what are you doing today?
Oh, okay. You said, hey, come see how the sausage
Come
is
check
made.
it out. We are here.
There
That's
might
right.
be some E. coli, but
Yeah.
hey, it'll,
Well, she's
it'll
like,
be
well,
fine.
who's with you? I'm like, well, Rick. She goes, well, I'm showing up.
Oh, I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. I
see,
love
that's
it.
how it goes.
Yes.
So, dude, this is amazing. Look at the studio. We've got this set.
Yeah,
here,
look
right?
at you and your little, you've nested. You have,
I know.
you have
I've
a
got
little,
all these controls.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, the wizard.
Dude, I love it. I love it. So what on God's green earth are you actually doing here in Studio West?
Well, what I
Cory
think
Turner?
is amazing is we're getting people set up, trained, coached, and ready to start doing podcasts, right? They need to get their brand out there. They need to get exposure out there. And there's no better way than an environment like this to show that you're professional, that you know what you do, and it makes you look like you're on a national stage.
I love it.
Yep.
And kudos to you and the other StudioUSA family folk
Yes.
for last week's amazing Throttle Up.
Oh, my gosh. Throttle Up was fantastic.
And you guys are practicing what you preach.
Absolutely. And we had a packed room.
Yes.
I mean, it was fantastic. And it was raining that day, too.
So the weather was awful.
It was terrible.
It was definitely not the perfect day for rolling out the mobile studio, but it turned out to be amazing.
Tell us
And-
more. But before we get into lunch, I want to talk more about the mobile studio and the green screen mobile studio because I don't know. People don't know about that thing.
So that is the brainchild of my partner and co-owner Tanner.
Yes, he would
So-
normally be sitting here.
Yeah, so it's like, so yeah, he has no idea what is up next for him to be roped into all this live shit just on a constant basis.
Right.
So one of the things that technically we'd been in competition with each other.
Right.
For the last, say, 6 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And in convergent evolution terms, I did the brick and mortar, he did the mobile.
Right.
And there are pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
And we learned all of that the hard way. And
Yeah.
then because of our mutual acquaintance, the fabulous Ashley Gentry, she kind of played matchmaker.
She did
and
a good
partnership
job.
maker. Yeah. And so then Throttle Up was Tanner's first real opportunity to bring it out.
And I was really impressed because you guys were maybe frenemies, but I mean, you were competing businesses, and yet it seems to have gelled so amazingly well, like right off the bat.
Oh, dude, and you saw how
wide.
he just got on stage and was like, bang,
just
zoom,
went.
pow.
Yeah,
Yes.
like all of a sudden he was StudioUSA, just like hardcore.
And what's awesome about that is he's objectively a better photographer than me. So
Okay.
it's like that doesn't, it's like that doesn't.
know our weaknesses, huh?
Well, yeah, and there is the thing of like, okay, well, if somebody is objectively better,
Yeah.
yeah, you can go like console your own ego on your own time or whatever, but
Right.
whatever you do in public or in a business sense, that's on you.
Right.
And, like you could either shit talk somebody and like try to poison the well or whatever, and it's like karmically speaking, that's a terrible idea.
Yep. Absolutely. It all comes back around. It's too
Yes.
small of an environment as a
Well, and
community.
the biggest thing was once I actually got to know him, we met in a mastermind years ago, like say 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
And I immediately liked him.
Right.
And it was also one of those things, I don't know if you've ever met somebody that was in the same exact thing that you're doing, but you're like, oh, he knows way more about like
Yes,
the buttons
yeah.
and the
Oh,
stuff.
every day.
And so there is an element of like, okay, well, I don't want to say too much because
Yeah.
like I make this shit up as I go.
Right.
You
That's
know?
exactly right.
And
yeah.
so there was
I call it creativity.
yeah, there you go. Oh, dude, I'm totally stealing that. And so, long story short, it ended up where over time, as a solopreneur or whatever fancy term you want to give,
Yeah.
the bottleneck is you,
Yes.
and you either scale back, raise price. There's only there's
Yeah.
a very very
But
limited.
strength is bringing in people that fills the gaps and pushes you further down the road. And a lot of
Yes.
people there's too much ego. They're too scared of that. They're afraid of giving up control, that their business just dies off. But
Yes.
you didn't do that. You brought in someone that compliments you but pushes you as well.
Oh my God, yes, and he is the king of like systems and procedures and protocols where I'm not. And
Yeah.
like he would say like, hey,
he nerds out on it.
Oh, dude,
Like
I-
we were going through the trailer, and I'm like, now I know what every button does and what wire does, and I'm like, I love it because I nerd out on this.
Right,
stuff, too.
yeah, dude, watching you in Austin in here earlier was like, yeah, can confirm. Because I'm like, I don't know, how about we just
Hello,
go live?
rabbit hole, we're jumping
yeah,
in.
Yeah, it's like, how about we just go live? I don't know, how about that? And he, what if there's no sound? Well, we'll figure that out in
Rick's
short
like,
order.
are we doing a show today?
Yeah, why don't we just go live? But to that exact complementary set of styles and personalities, I had never been in a place where I was able to not only like and respect the person, but also trust.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, I already know he knows what he's doing because we do the same things. It's just that he's way more dialed in than me.
Well, I was watching it at Throttle Up, right? Like, he was doing something and you weren't having to follow around behind to make sure it was done. Was it right? Like, you were able then to go focus on some other things to get things done.
And it was it's so funny because I've said it more than once to him. I'm like, dude, where have you been? I'm like, because you're like, hey, dude, is it cool? Like, what do you think about this? And I'm like, dude, I didn't even know I put that in there, but
Yeah.
like, kill it, delete it, make it better.
Make it happen.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, give it.
I watched it in action, and I'm like, that was actually great.
For
So
me,
I'm like,
my
wow.
biggest thing is like, dude, give it hell.
Yeah.
Just like, give it hell. And
Go to 11.
yeah,
If it goes to 10, let's push it to 11. All the way
these
up,
go
man.
to 11.
Throttle up.
And then, we're rebooting Studio West over here.
Yes.
And now you've got your COD. I mean, you've even had like Cory's Army there at Throttle Up.
We did. Like,
Yes.
I mean, we had like almost 2 tables, right?
Yeah.
There was a packed room, and I was really
love it.
proud that
I love it.
I have an amazing community, especially of real estate agents, that we do content creation coaching, and we bring them in. And I tell you, they act like they get a lot from me, but I'll be honest with you, they give me way more. I mean,
Yes.
the fact that they believe in me and trust in me will show up an event in a downpour. That's huge.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
The fact that they'll even like show up today.
Right?
Hey,
It's a
Francis.
Saturday.
Just as total moral support. I'm like, these are the important people in your life you have to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
we grow from that.
for whatever reason, growing up, I was never led to believe that. What, do we not have audio?
No, we have audio.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You never can tell around here.
Hey, that's right.
The delay is 3 seconds.
Oh,
Oh,
gotcha.
okay.
Low. That's usually what happens on the check.
Okay, so we've learned that there is audio and the delay is 3 seconds.
Okay,
I didn't
good
know we
deal.
were
That's
researching that, but hey, thanks.
So now when you talk, I'm going to wait. No,
Yes, I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
I don't even remember what I was
Try
saying.
live switching on a 3-second
Oh,
delay. That's good
dude,
times,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, good times. Yeah.
So close.
Yeah. Oh, almost had it. Almost had it.
So close. Yeah. So Throttle Up then,
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
we still got-
I'm watching
talking
Francis.
from the peanut
yeah,
gallery.
Yeah, I'm watching Francis confuse Austin.
Didn't know Francis knew how to run a soundboard.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she just drop kicked it
I
into the
think so,
kitchen. Yeah.
It's either fixed or broken. So
Yeah.
anyway, let's go live.
Yeah, let's go live.
Okay, so
Yes.
so Throttle Up then. We had a
Yes.
packed room, right?
Had a packed room.
Yeah.
And then you got to see Tanner's brainchild, where putting all of that together in, and it's surprisingly roomier than you would
It
think.
is yeah. From the
You know?
outside, you're like it's gonna be cramped, but when you get in there,
you get in
when
there
you're
and it's
room-
like, holy shit, there's like 5 of us in here and everybody can actually get on screen and it's
well, and
tailor-made.
so people understand it is a trailer
Mm-hmm.
that has like the studio control room, and the other is a complete green screen room. So it has the cameras, the microphones, the green screen. It has a
lights.
control board, the
Yeah,
lights,
the
everything
touch-
you
the
can
touch
push.
panel.
Put something behind you. Put
Yes.
yourself around in different places. Like, I mean, it is. It's not like we just hung a curtain.
Oh, no.
This is like serious, and I didn't understand how serious it was either until I stepped in there.
Well, and that was the thing, whenever, I'll pull the curtain back. I tell myself all the time now that I'm older and theoretically wiser. I was like super jealous whenever he was doing that. Because like my first thing is like, shit, I should have done a mobile studio.
Yeah.
Not knowing that, 18 months later we'd be business partners.
Yes.
But
You well played, by the way. Yeah.
right.
Look at all the money you saved on research and
dude,
development.
dude. And just the ability to bite my tongue.
Yes.
Although in this very room, whenever Ashley and Lance sprung it on me for Affiliate of the Year, they had me so pissed. Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I'm kind of having like PTSD flashbacks to it, where they tricked me.
Okay. Set you up, right?
Yeah, to not.
Yeah.
Because I was in on the gimmick as far as like shooting all the other award winners.
Right.
We couched it in like, oh, hey, Cory, since you were nominated for, fill in the blank, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
come on in, shoot a little something. But what you wouldn't have known was, oh, you were the winner. You were the only one coming in for that award. And halfway through, they sprung it on you that you won.
It was you.
No. So then
No.
everybody, but I'm here shooting, so I know that
So then
I'm
you're like-
nominated, and they didn't tell me I won.
Can you tell me where Rick Davis is? I need to film him. Rick
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh.
And so no, they took the long way around the barn. I was so mad, super petty. 'Cause hey, I have it in me to be super petty.
Yeah.
But I kept it under wraps, but
You kept it together, professional?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they got
All
me.
right.
But when Tanner did the mobile, I was like, damn, I should have had the idea for mobile. You know.
Well, when I first heard it too, I was like, oh, I should do that. And then when I saw it, I'm like, I wouldn't be able to pull that off.
Oh, it's badass.
No, it's
and the thing is,
badass,
it's fully Apple integrated, so it's all Mac behind the curtain. So, hey, nothing against you Google phone people out there, but hey, like, come on. Those green text
Well,
messages,
suddenly
really?
the studio audience is no longer on our side, so be prepared for tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
What are
Did
you
we
throwing- what are you
just
throwing
did I
at
just
us?
turn heel on Francis?
I think you did.
Uh-oh.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, it's okay.
I just took a heel turn.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
So, and what's great about the trailer now, it can roll up pretty much anywhere as long as we have a place to park it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And,
So
if it can
roll
roll
up to a
up.
brokerage and their
Yes.
agents can come through and use it, things like that, man.
Yes. And
Sweet.
next week at the NTX Summit,
Okay.
the folks from Pitch 59 are going to
Okay.
be here, which is a super cool app. It's like a combination of LinkedIn, Facebook,
Okay.
and a business card,
Okay.
where you essentially Pitch 59 is your 59-second elevator pitch.
Gotcha.
And so you would tell me all about Cory at Random in a video.
Okay.
That goes on the app, and then you friend all of your folks. It is tailor-made for real estate.
Sure, yeah.
Because, theoretically, if Francis has a client and they need a roofer, well, she's
Yep.
supposed to give them more than one. It's,
Right, yeah.
So, okay.
Be
we can
compliant, be
Have all,
compliant.
yeah, so for compliance sake, you could
Yeah.
have all your roofers baked in and be like, here they are, boom, 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 all done.
That's nice.
And the roofers get to have their say in what their branding looks like, their
Right.
content. So we're partnering up with those guys.
That's nice.
And so we'll start taking that on the road.
Okay.
You should come to the thing
Yeah,
and
yeah,
come
let me
meet
check it
the.
out.
So the CEO's actually coming to hang at the studio.
Okay.
I might have him meet us over here or over there. It just depends on where he's staying.
Gotcha.
Because yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Mic check.
Yeah, mic check. Wow.
How'd you get the bloody nose, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Long story.
yeah. It's a long story. It happened before and it'll happen again.
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. Probably this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twice.
So they're coming in, and we're going to do the NTX Summit. They're going to try to make it a member benefit, but it's
Okay.
tailor-made for the mobile.
Yeah.
Because, the mobile is,
Hop in there, shoot your content. It's ready to go.
yeah, it would be like if you went to Clyde Warren Park, and instead of, the taco truck or the falafel
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
with a kitchen in it, you would get up in there, and it's like, oh, it's a studio.
Yeah. It's ready
It's
to
a
go.
studio.
Yeah.
And the cool thing with it being Apple, and we could still email it to our Google people.
That's right. We'll get it to you later.
Yeah, we'll get it to you later.
Stay tuned after these messages.
But
No
in
love.
the Apple world, with all our Apple folk, we can airdrop
Yeah.
right to them.
Yep.
So it's like you
Well,
literally
you
have.
can even USB take it with you
Yeah,
on a USB
yeah.
stick, right?
Do people still have those?
I don't know. I'm sure
I
there's
have
one.
5.
Okay.
Yep.
Or we'll have
Once
to get
again,
a
our
little
studio
swag.
audience, would you
There's
be
a
careful what
branding
you say?
opportunity. Like we'll get a little swag
That's
bag.
exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. Branded little USB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See right there.
Get your USB stick.
Yes.
Love it.
So now,
So, yeah,
what
so, okay,
are you
so
going to
the-
be doing over here?
So what I'm going to be doing here, of course, for my coaching and my members, we're going to be doing pretty much all of our calls from here with studio audiences coming in. That's people learning
Hecklers?
social media. Absolutely, we're gonna have the signs like Corey's stupid. All those they
Yeah.
have to hold them.
It'll be like
We've
Monday
already
Night
got 'em
Raw,
made. That's
circa like
Hey,
1998.
you like read my mind, right? So we got all that set up. Then also people can schedule to come in here and do their own podcast.
Yes.
right?
Okay. So I'm
I'll
curious.
be here for that.
Yeah. So you are throwing yourself to the mercy
I am.
of the general public.
Yes, I
and
am.
the podcast curious.
That's exactly right. Like everybody's thought about it. It's like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
I want to write a book. Oh, I want to do a podcast. But really, where do you go where someone's patient, understanding, can kind of help guide you along, help you with your content? Maybe, if I need to be here to be a guest host for some of those, or they bring somebody in, that's what we're rolling out here in Studio West.
And if I'm not mistaken, you and Michelle are also basically structuring for the summer
That's exactly right.
the whole shooting match.
That's exactly right. So Michelle, of course, a phenomenal coach, right? So execution. We talked the other day. It's like, okay, you can know what to do, and people can tell you what to do, but you really need someone to be like step by step to be like, did you do that?
right.
And where are you at? And then she's got this. So we've teamed up. So if they join her 3-month program, they get free access to my membership. If they're already a member in my coaching community, then they get a huge discount to be able to.
Well,
join
and the
her.
overlap for the podcasting thing because they've done that little thing called Winning Women's Wednesday now
well,
for over a year.
I was gonna say I can't remember how many episodes they said, but it was a lot.
Yeah, they're well over a year now.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get them to go live every week.
Yeah.
Because we were recording it for, there's all the logistics. And the folks will find this out if they come in and do the Cory's podcast workshop and with Michelle, where she is, even the time that you came out and did the live with us.
Yeah, I love
where
filming in on Fridays.
the beauty of that was you got to see that, Cory and I I'm absolutely like, we are building the plane in midair. I do not care.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
we're going to tell you behind the scenes for this little show today. Rick and I prepared and struggled and put everything down for almost a millisecond.
Almost.
Michelle
We
would
were-
have
yeah,
had
we-
an entire list of everything we
Oh.
need to talk about today and be very frustrated when the show's over because how much would we cover?
Zero.
Yeah, absolutely zero.
Yes. Because like this.
It would be ready for next week.
Yeah.
We're saving her time of preparation.
Yeah, this we workshopped for all of about like 30 seconds, maybe.
Honestly,
And-
earlier when Austin and I are like, oh, this HDMI, we could run here, and he's like, we're going live now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
sit
like, can
down.
we just go live? Can we just go
I guess
live?
we're live. We'll have the flag. It looks amazing.
Yeah. I mean, come on. It's Studio USA.
Perfect.
Yes. The only thing we need is like Star Spangled Banner playing.
That's exactly.
Maybe like some
It worked
some-
out phenomenal.
some fife and drum.
That's it. Like, I mean, this is
Oh,
perfect.
then we all get up and just.
So Rick and I, and this is the same way I teach social media. I'm like, just film it and post it and move on.
Yes.
Don't think about it for hours. And also, don't only film to your capability of editing. Like, people will film what they have this Hollywood blockbuster, and they can't edit that. So I'm like, just film it and shoot it. And the podcast is
Yeah, like the
kind of
director's
same way.
cut is 4 hours long if you're real.
Absolutely. And I have people that do podcasts too, and they'll spend 8 hours editing it. And I'm like, just be real and authentic and true and who we are. Come in, sit down, talk, interview people.
Right.
Talk to people and give a chance for someone to get to know, like, and trust you immediately. And there's no better way.
And
also, we do social media so much we're used to shooting in the car. But this elevates your game when you're sitting in
I'm
a
not
studio.
shooting in the car. Yeah.
You look like, you're
Yeah.
on the national stage.
Well, and people underestimate, or they don't even take into account what good audio. Because it's like, I text it's like, hey, dude, whenever you guys are in the studio, like,
Use the real audio. Yeah, he
Or-
got mad at me.
no, I didn't get mad.
He got disappointed in me.
Because like my thing is always, kudos to doing anything. Kudos to doing something. Kudos to shooting on a potato, in the dark. Whatever. At least you're trying. But I was
my
like,
camera.
hey, if we're in the studio, could we at least,
Use the microphones.
well, I would say either way is acceptable, but mixing that chocolate and peanut butter, it's like, don't sit at the microphones but shoot on a phone that's across the room.
Yeah, that's so
because
funny.
because
Well,
now
that's funny.
because now there's a delta between what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing.
And perception's reality, right? Because like the microphones are on the back and we're sitting at the front, but when we looked at it, it was like, oh, it looks like we're sitting right at the microphones.
Right, the
Those
forced
are some
perspective.
crappy microphones.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
is
go
that
like,
echoey?
wow,
What's going on?
yeah.
No, it was just an iPhone.
Yeah.
Sorry, Android. It was just an iPhone 20 feet away. Yeah, we were just
Right.
shooting a quick promo. Yeah, that
Right.
was
Well, like
hilarious.
there's no word. Like, but there, I would say,
I could literally, as Rick's texted me, feel the. Can we use the audio from the like? It's okay, deep press. We'll be fine. Yes, we can do that.
yeah. One like there, I wasn't being overly critical because I was like, oh man, I love.
Yeah, I'm the one that worries about. Is everything lined up right in the back?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
see
he's like super-
I don't give a crap. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
You don't
like
give a
nobody's
crap.
going to scrutinize the spacing on the acoustic phone.
I'm in here vacuuming the foam pieces,
Yeah,
and Rick's
yeah.
like, "What are you doing?"
And I'm like,
I don't know.
Oh, let's just make sure the audio's good.
Why don't we first let them hear us clearly,
Yes.
and then we can worry about fuzz
well,
on the
and
background.
that presupposes that the audio today is good. So, like, if this sounds like total dog shit, then it's like, what do I know?
2 hours of watching us just like to each other, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about a mime. It's the mime
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Just fill in whatever you want to hear, because then you'll love us.
Or it'll be like Ultraman after school in the 70s.
Yes. Why don't you go there?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, and it's like I watched that the English dub
Oh,
of
yeah?
Ultraman.
Me
I had
too.
it played in the studio.
Yeah.
Or playing in the studio the other day.
I do like coming to your studio because, like, it was English comedy the other day or something. I can't
Yes.
remember what was playing. I'm like, oh, this is fun. I like.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I live like an unsupervised 15-year-old.
Tell you what, yeah, that's why we're in business for ourselves.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. So you want to come in and do a podcast like this?
But that's right, business.
If you want to be organized, we'll help you be organized. If you just want to
To a
fly,
point.
then we're perfectly.
Yeah,
the
if
right
you want to build the
people.
plane in midair.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, that's where you really find out what
Yeah,
works.
there we
Yeah.
go. Francis is in.
Crash 3 times.
Francis
You're
is my middle name,
That's
too,
it,
by the way.
Francis. Next time, Francis, we're going to have a seat up here for you because that's exactly it. So, but that's what we're doing here.
Yes.
If someone has even just thought about a podcast, but maybe they're intimidated by the process, they don't know what to do, they can come in here one-on-one. I'll work with them. We'll go through everything and get them to a point where they're like, okay.
Yes,
let's give
and
this
for
a
all
shot.
those out there that want to, this is
it.
This is the jumping off point.
And it doesn't have to be, in every week. It could be, okay, I'll come in and shoot 2 or 3 episodes and
Yes.
I can put them out as I want.
Perfect
So you
example
don't have
is
that
Teresa
commitment.
Flood,
Yes.
who comes in. It's like, if she can run an office with 602 agents, you could probably put a podcast in.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
you can probably figure this out.
But
right?
she will come in, and she found her sweet spot.
Yes.
She is absolutely brilliant at doing 8 to 11 minutes on a single topic
Yes.
and just crushes.
Yeah.
And it's like long enough to get into a little bit of depth.
Yes.
But
But not long enough to lose your audience.
Exactly.
And I know today we talked for 2 hours, but I really think that 25
we're
to
just
30
getting
minutes
started.
is perfect.
We're just getting
It's
started.
perfect.
Wait,
time
wait,
frame,
wait.
right?
I still have like.
Wait, you guys only went live 20 minutes ago? Yes, we've been here all morning.
Yeah, we've been broadcasting all morning.
We
to
started with the
ourselves,
breakfast show.
to each
Yeah, we've
other.
just been sitting here.
To each other.
In fact, it was just the lights off, us talking, and everybody else showed up later. We're like, hey,
Yes.
all right.
Oh, speaking of that, so we'll also close with not only are you officing out of here and using this as the Cory at Random headquarters,
Yes, Cory.
but everybody in your sphere and all of your Tarrant County folks for sure
Yes.
will benefit from. You got to see, such as it was, my interview process
Yes.
with the new army of Tarrant County photographers for Studio USA this morning.
Yes. Well, so why I'm excited about partnering with you, this is all great too, but the services you guys are bringing to agents and the fact that they can continue to use those pictures and those
Yes.
images even after the listing closes or even after a year, right?
Absolutely.
And so many times, because we talk about B-roll, how important it is to have B-roll, things you can use later. And there's some great companies out there, but a lot of them don't give you the opportunity to continue to use that footage later, but you do.
Absolutely.
And they can use it any way they want, right?
My operating philosophy is there is like, hey, you're going to get kick-ass listings. We're going to make kick-ass content. And
Yo!
and I want to be able to market whatever we do for you
Yes,
in perpetuity.
absolutely.
And I would expect that you would want the same thing.
Absolutely. And then but people don't understand those little fine details.
Oh, the little
you know?
nuances.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to pay extra for the guy around the corner to
Yeah.
have that same thing.
Or it's always like, well,
Mazel tov.
this is the cheapest. It's like, yeah, but look what you don't get.
Right.
And what you don't get sometimes is the most powerful things.
Right. And like here, where it overlaps with what you do, where
Mm-hmm.
you're teaching folks how to, not everybody wants to come to a studio and to be officially, triple dipped in whatever we're doing.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
they do understand the need, and it's a need now, it's not a want, it's
Right.
a need. I usually say, okay, like the only thing really required in today's world for a professional real estate agent is real photos taken by a real photographer.
You know, it's funny because like people are like, well, why would you team up with studioUSA? You're all about social media content and building. I'm like, there's a difference between showing up with your iPhone and filming a house and what your seller needs and deserves with professional
Right.
photography to
And-
position the house.
And not only let's get into the, their.
Like Francis just said, you're being paid to market that house to its top potential.
Yes.
Right,
It's
yes.
exactly.
Master
Yeah.
being able to give the opportunity to really benefit our clients.
That's exactly right.
It's exactly
Yep.
exactly what Wayne kicked off with his segment last week at Throttle
Yes.
Up, where he said, "You're not in the real estate business. You're in the marketing business."
That's exactly right.
And it's like if you don't realize that.
Yeah.
Even if you are the seasoned, grizzled veteran of 30 years in real estate,
Yep.
well, there's a 22-year-old at Champions right now that doesn't know their ass from third base,
Yeah.
and they are going to lap you.
Yeah,
inside
they don't
of-
know they shouldn't. They just do it and it
Right,
works. Yep.
exactly.
Well, what I like too is the combination is listings need to move, especially right now. Things might be a little bit
Mm-hmm.
slow. But with what you bring and now with what we bring and the maximum exposure, we can help get those listings.
dude.
Like this is just perfect. for
And
us.
and the
And I
different
have
ways,
agents hungry.
Yes.
And I'm like, this just feeds into that perfect.
and even ratcheting up the price point and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So like you participated in the first ever kind of like Mad Scientist Broker Open.
Yes.
That I threw together out of the experimental and Francis
And
came
Francis
out.
was there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Because like there, it was like one of those, boy, I hope this works. You
Yeah.
know, where, because like, you know how it is. Like sometimes you have an idea and it's, oh man, on paper, this kicks
Yeah.
ass. But in like practical application, you're like, what was I thinking?
Well, imagine, so an agent, so what people may not know, what Rick did is they went in and they completely filmed the house. That's
Oh yeah,
drones,
yeah, we
that's
did this.
professional
Yeah, we did the
photography.
standard full blown,
Full package.
Yeah, full on listing, 11,000 square foot, twilight, drone, video,
Huge,
reels,
beautiful
the whole
house.
9 yards.
Then a brokerage open house where agents can come in, we coached them, you filmed them, edited them into the footage that was shot,
We
was
already,
the listing
going back to what you
package.
said, we already had the B-roll and we already had the pre-existing
go.
content.
Yep.
So then the broker open becomes, okay, first 25 that RSVP, okay, now you get to come and participate in essentially creating buyer side
Yeah.
content.
Yep.
So now, because in today's world, what does the buy side actually have to offer? You know,
Right.
Because
it's a different game now.
it is a different game. And the same thing goes for, yes, of course, DIY your stuff all
Sure.
day long on your phone. However,
It all has its place, but
right. And it's like, yes, and, you know,
Yeah.
that is my approach where it'd be like, yes, and you're going to want to justify your 3%.
no. Yep, that's exactly
In
right.
today's world, the easiest way to do that is with badass marketing. And then,
And marketing that is past you. Like, don't go this alone. When that event happened, I am still seeing people posting
Oh,
their videos
yeah.
from that.
Yes.
And so it's like that house, instead of that one agent, whatever network they had, there's 20, 30 agents that are posting, getting exposure, that
Yes.
are reaching deeper than you ever could by yourself.
Yep.
That are like, check this house out, you need to check it
yeah, and I mean, even if you're conservative, you say like, okay, well, each individual agent at that price point has a sphere of 1,000 people.
Yeah.
A 1,000 sets of eyes. Okay, well, if we had 25 come to the broker open and create
Yeah.
a piece, that's
Yeah.
25,000 sets of eyes in that price point
Yep.
that otherwise wouldn't know unless they looked in that zip code.
That's exactly right. Yep.
You know, because that's one of the other things is, you know, like you coming from the title world, me coming from the mortgage world a million years ago,
Yep.
we actually understand the nuts and bolts
Yes.
of real estate.
Yes.
You know, I've done thousands of transactions,
Yeah.
especially if you count the refis. I've done thousands of transactions from the mortgage side.
Right.
But that just made me more qualified to be in the middle.
Absolutely.
of-
And like, I got my
Yes.
license.
Expand.
Right, and I got my license in '95,
Mm.
right? So it's like, okay, we have been very fortunate to be on both sides of this.
Yes.
And also it is like, these agents, and they're so taken advantage of by companies that come in and say, hey, give me money and you'll get this,
Oh, the
this, and this.
snake oil.
That's why, like, even on our coaching, it's enough to make sure that you get everything you need, but it's reasonably priced so that you can
Right.
execute.
Well, like
you
there
know?
for like, you know, $20 a month or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, come
for
on.
$20 a month,
Yeah.
and look what all you
Yeah.
get, you know?
And it's like, because in that strata, I would be like, first off, if you say you want to do this and you don't want to pay $20, then
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time believing you.
I'm like, would you spend 4 cups of coffee to exceed the goals you have for 2025? That's all I'm asking you to do.
Did they buy a bottle of wine?
There you go.
Yeah.
Bought 4 last night.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Did you have a few glasses of wine at dinner last night? Invest that in your business and let's rock
Yes,
and roll. right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, look at that. We've gone like 27 minutes, bro.
Dude, we started? We're already on the air?
Yeah.
Well, look at us go. I got to act more prim and proper. Right?
Yeah.
I don't have a prim and proper bone
Dude,
in
and
my
the wind
body.
today
I don't
is
think.
just like,
Well, that's what I say. The fans. I do like the dramatic effect where we got this,
yeah.
but it's hitting me pretty hard right now. So yeah, no. So I'm super excited. This partnership's
Likewise.
amazing. The value and what you guys bring, and then us being able to bring in and teach agents how to make that even go further and expand further. It's like it's a win-win for everybody.
I love
So
it.
Excited. Yeah.
So when is your first studio audience needing to show up over
I
here?
think it's in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting my travel schedule down where I'm not out on the road as much, so I can be here. And then on the 28th, we're having a content day here. So our
Nice.
members are coming in. We're shooting videos. We're touring the podcast center. I'll let you know if you want to be here.
Okay.
You'll get a chance to hop up
I'm
here and see
invited.
how they look. So you made it. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
And Austin, too, if he doesn't mind traveling the 2 hours from McKinney.
I've been focusing on switching. I missed everything.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Austin is
Yeah.
in. Austin is in. Woohoo!
Count me in.
Count me in.
All right.
I'll have pizza. Yeah. So, I think the biggest thing we can do, and that's why we do the content days, expose people to the fact that with the right support, it's easy.
Yes.
And if you do it by yourself or you have the wrong team, it's hard, it's frustrating, and you don't want to do it. But if you surround yourself with people like that day we were filming and you were filming people and you were making them feel very comfortable, and I was kind of pre-coaching somebody
Yeah.
so they're ready, knew what they wanted to
you,
say.
you were
They
basically
just
like
stepped
kind
on
of getting them
camera.
warmed
Yeah.
up, and then boom, hand them off to me. And
The
and the
greatest
guys,
thing is it makes it easy to film, makes it comfortable, but the best part is they look great when they watch the footage.
Well, and Frances, she did a video that
She
day.
rocked it. I know because she
Yeah.
was one take.
Dress.
Yeah, I didn't even get to coach her. I'm like, hey, Frances, are you
I was
ready? She's
going
like,
to,
"Hi, I'm
but-
Frances. I'm like, yeah. I didn't
But
have
it wasn't that kind of party.
I didn't have the shoes. Otherwise,
Yeah, I didn't have shoes
I
to
just didn't have
match.
the right shoes.
I didn't have
I don't
shoes to
have enough
match.
shoes. So,
All right, brother.
dude, I'm loving it. Yeah. So, Studio USA, Cory
West.
at Random, Studio USA West here, but we also have the Plano location.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess technically in the world, so if you were Googling for here, it's Studio
Yeah.
USA West.
Yeah,
Then we have Studio USA East,
That's
which
exactly
is in Plano.
it. Yep. And then
Uh,
just visit Cory at Random, CORYAT random.com.
Yeah, that's Cory at Random is the actual website,
Actual-
not just
Yeah.
just randomly visit.
Random.com. Yeah, just randomly drop in, unless I forget to lock the door and Frances walks in. Otherwise she'd still be outside. Sorry, Frances, I didn't see my text. But anyway, so visit Cory at Random.com or Studio USA West. Get in here and find out what you can do and what you can accomplish by doing a podcast.
Absolutely, it's not as hard as you think.
Oh, it's super easy, especially with us.
Yeah.
We kind of make it fun. Maybe not organized, but way fun.
First things first.
One step at a time.